حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كزي سعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو حلم شواكب ببادمي اي فلتون جبنن عقامي عقل صبت تبلو فنترتر اي ملسن ابايو تخبر
كمين يروي لزالام بسا
اي نقركان يقولون ملسا تفحاني دم زمتو مشري عبكندهم اني حفيري حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كز يسعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو
يلن كم تنايت مادي حايلي يلن عنا زفلي انت بلو خبادي ساسمرا كداي مراي بصحن سبرا عين القمو نايت مال سورا مغصب يلن تنطرفو خسارا تبرابر من زي إريترا تبرابر حفاش ناي إريترا
حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كز يسعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو تاريخ درقي انتاي كم زمسل اذكرهم ناي حيلهم فنقل يمان صقام ندحري تملس اذكرهم نخور عيدا ملس حق مخبار ناي تقراي مرتا ناي فاششتي كويناتيو مرجا دماس الصم بقالسي قرطا دحر دقيم انتاي كيد مصا حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كز يسعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو بمعراب شنخنا حمورا برار قلت قلبنا أمورا نورر تام مقابر في حيرا عدت تقايلو متبسيرا حسب ويا هجمان مقلي حزب تقراي حرين وتلعلي عبيت قنعت بحر حيد قلبيت بحينوهم بتانك سنسلت حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كز يسعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو حلوف تاريخ كزنت غعلو كل كز يسعرتي عملو وقت برسني زي ركبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو عم تصابك تقراوا يرخبو
سلامات كلكم عندنا خيركم أبزس لازمتهم بكوميونيتينا ناي سانداغو نمسكن فوتو ناي دم عنتي برنامجنا نجمره بناي ناي تقرا بهراو مزموري فكاتم تا كونكتر يلان ግን
ወዲና
يغنيلنا كابز بمقطال كوميونيتينا وكيلو زارب عتو تاجاي نام نسمر
إنها بالله كما حضراتكم
يا عبير
بعد
مسجد
عن متاقهم وقعد جاهر عين مراه كأنه ممكن نحن بزي نحن ساعات نخلص ساعات ولدنا أحواتنا دكنا أديتاتنا مسواتين دمين يخبروا له كلهم كم تسمعون كم تريون انت يأكل سببان سجمين موتين مقتلتين تميتين بتغسياناتنا عشتين كامل خمسة أفز الله خمسة أفز الله كله مجلس عيدلين كلنا نفلتينا نرينا سلذي نحن خا نعاتهم دمسخن كونهم دمسخن زيلهم كاب تليفون كاب إنترنت حاسب الهزبنا دمسخن كوننا أو دمسخنا زلنا يتوزع بسوق نجار بعالم القدرية بميدان الرجال ودي عشان نحن هنا جين هم تسعند حروس يوم ما خان الحمد لله كيرهم من الله سبب سببنا نحن تصل لنا تسمع قرط أبنان أدلون كنوام أبنان أنت عند حرات يوم والدي ودماسي من الله كباري أتحنا يا زلنا نايل على وعينا أبلاتنا كنكت على الله علنا سبزي كم جبر السلف مسؤول كله تويت كبر كله فيتشين كبر كله أفضل لهم خيركم نخسرون هذا رأينا بشيم تجري بشيم يتكلم بشيم هذي تجري كأول من الرسال عبد المعطي عبد العالمي زلوا سلامه سلفي بزوج سبوع وسيتات ونيزل زل خمس سنة حمو سلذي قاعد حلمتهم كورتي هذلنا بسم سانجاب وسبارة كونس بسم هذي تجري زلوا بتم سوء زلوا دموا زلوا في الساون في أديتا تعيشي إننا كل كاو بيسترافقين قالوا أنت مسؤول لي أخواتنا إرتراويان ون مسانا تقولون كل ساعة مسانا لهم أو قلنا له أو حماق بزنان أو صبر بزنان مسكنا أقرب يعني لنا كبرتي هذا النظام حتى أو رسالة زلالم تو زلنا نجر كبر النايم على هذا زربات عكرنا تنجور زربات مفكرين إنجليزيا كفول على مثلا إيتي تكرينيا نفول كنا تاجر يجبر كمبرلا دين توم زي يفول تسابات عالمنا دين كفول نهجنا زلنا سلذي تفرحنا ون بتكرينيا يو بتصحنا ون بتكرينيا يو سلذي بقدم يزرعوا حدا أورو جداني رنتاي سبات دحير لهم إلى اللي جمعنا رم كنتم يشرع جنسي واعي كمان تقول خصم في المغلار أبدا إحنا قتال المسابات يروم وهم عايزين قاتم كلنا بحاجة جنسينا جنسنا نسمع زم حاتي تورتي هذا الليل
يا غنينا أتو تجاي كابز بمقطال حسر ربلو من قصة حبنا من قصة من مدرك
سلام كبرات حواتي أبزي ورقة عجالية زمزخو بإنجليش كله جينا بقليل كبل زدالي حجي لومي كواخم زمزو نتصير نايزي قفعي بدل وردو زلو أب حزبنا أب تقراي ترح ممكن تكون أكون زدليك حجي لومي كمت زدليون زنبرة زخون سب مالتي حجي إنتي بدل إنتي قفعي زورة زلوا الحزبنا تقارو ترح زي كونه أب إيرتراويان ون إذا بدل ون يفتم الله أب تي معسكر زلوا أب تقراي نعاتهم ون بحيلي تدفئهم ناب زي كون زي ملكتهم قالسي دمهم يفسس الله تقراي نتراوي ترى زي كونه ون عملوا عالم أمريكا تسمعهم ون إذا نموتوهان دم زفسس الله نا humanitarian crisis مالتيو كلهم تطاولهم تيزا حلفة محنة بأمريكا سيلهم عقلشنال سيلهم سقيلهم نحن كلتا ثلاثة ورحي ناب زي سلاموي سلفي متنا دمتنا عاو نابلنا نبخنا نهزبنا سعيلهم ملحانتي عقبرون ملحانتي بزعبة نايسب مهلاو ناي قنوع نقر كزاربو كساتفو ኣይከኣሉን ኣይግድሶምን ነይሩ ግን ሕጂ ሓድሽ ተስፋ መፅኡ እቲ ሓድሽ መሕነት ዝመፀ ኣብ ሓንቲ ሰሙን ድምፅና ሰሚዖም ብዛዕባ ተጋሩ ገፍዒ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ ብዛዕባ ክርስቲያን ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ እውን ናይ ንጹሃን ደም ክፈስስ ኣይግብኦን ብስሩ ኣይግብኦን ኣብ ዝተፈላለዩ ሃገራት ኣብ ዓለም نزي إلى متى مش ملقتي تعرفكم ذلك هنا اليوم بدل قطعي محل قبل زلاعة بالعلي وبالطوان هيكي ذاتهم دكتورة ديمقراطي زي فلتو نايسب وساني زي خورو زي كله نايهزمي ملو زي كله سواتهم اليوم بعال إسايس بعال أبي أحمد بزعمة هزمي عجل سمني سئلهم ناب زي كتاس قلسي سئلهم يسروا لهم عجل سمني نبعلهم سلطان مين تحرزوا يوم إزي زقروا زلهم جد تعيزي قلسي إزي دم مفساس تعيز يسروا فرقم يمنون ثلاثي قلتهم دفعي بدل زبطحو زلو بعال إسايسن بعال أبي أحمد ناي إثيوبيا ناي إيرتران حزبي زود كل سبات يكون اليوم إذا دفعي بدل إثنين يكون اليوم اليوم إسايس برين زحاز سبات يوم اليوم سلازي طلعتنا إثنين حزبي يكون اليوم طلعتنا إسايس ديكتاتورشيب نجارات إيو Okay, so focus نقبل جاهم تنسى حزبي نحن focus تنسى حزبي أكونه ثم دكتاتورات اليوم فلذي بقى زي ملكتك كما حالة دالية أنا لم يزمت حكم بتعامل يزمتكن أنا بقى ودي ملكتي زي تعالوا نعم
يعني على ما قلت لو كلنا كم زنفطر يعني توري بزعمي بتقريني على لقطة تحدث موفيرنو كم زولو هذا بتعني سمعوا كترون زجمان بزكنا من بيتي يوم هذنا زكاة عوض له كم زلوا مقتل إرتراويان أحواتنا كل جدي باكالي تلفون نادورو أجابهم زي تجرزك حلتي ناول زبراتات أنا أحواتنا له حتى أقول لهم بلغ تحلف يوم ناب حاولنا تسفاي تخلى نام مدرسة كان تسفاي حاولنا تسفاي تخلى قتلو مايكل ودي بينا نام مدرسة قتلو تحري مايكل ودي بينا
كوراتن زخبركم أحواتن
أحاتن بزلهم معلتي نخبر جيكنا زخونة هزو تقرأي قبل عليه زور زلو قمعن عمسن بدلن مقوامن نتي وصع بزي دمسي نخون كونو أبزي ترهيبنا لنا قفعن عمسن كقبرن كبصنن كالله مآسي قبر أبي قبر قبل عليه ماني قبر بزي قدس قفع سلا زخونة كخنن كوقفن اللو سلازي كا قبل عزي حاولان قربتنا زخونة حزب تግራይ ክፍጸም እንከሎ نحنا ከም ኢረትራዊያን ኣበርቲዕና ንኹሉንም ንውግዞ እዚ ኣብ ልዕሊ ዝኾነ ሰብ ኣብ ልዕሊ ዝኾነ ይኹን ፍጡር ግፍዒ ክፍጸም ከሎ ምኹናንን ምውጋዝን ከዓ ሰብ ዝፈቶ ዘይኮነስ እግዚአብሔር አምላኩን ዝድግፎ ቅዱስ ተግባር ነዚ ሐቅ እዚ መሰረት ምግባር ከዓ ሎሚ እነና ምሳኹም ድምፅና ንምስማዕ ተረኺብና ኣለና ክቡራት ኣሕዋትን ኣሓትን ህዝቢ ትግራይን ደቁን ነቲ ኣብ ልዕሊኡ ዝተኣልመ ሰይጣናዊ ውዲታትን ማሕለኻታትን በታቲኹ ሰዓርን ኣሸናፍን ኮይኑኹም ዝወፅእ ምንም ዘጠራጥር ነገር የብሉን ኩሎም እቶም ከንበርክኽዎን ክድህልዎን ዝመደቡ ውዲታውያን ሓይልታት ከዓ حفرة وردة لبيسهم ناي تاريخ وردتني هات كوينهم كم زحلفوا من زترات نجر يقولون نفس وكف تقراوي ماذا حق زي بهمان حادمته حليو أصنعوا كم حدث كوينو بصنعة انت مكتوها فعلاتن صلوون شغلون برقص تحصفي برقص عبزي حجوان إساياسن أبين زغورو زلو أكل سيطاناوي صيقون وقزون تقبارات عزيو زشاقلن زتحساسدني قنك زيو كله ساعاتون معلتون حليو بساعاتن دقف أملاهون حزب تقراي كسوغرون حلفي اتلون كيركبنا كله جينا نقدادم تباهيلو بوغيا زغبر زلو اكاي تغبارات كا نعززو بولنا نبدل زي من سياتو امصناتن نلمعاتون مسنخالن فابريكاتاتن ناي لمعات تقاماتن قلطيفنا نعلو زبل كفو سيطانا وديتاو مدد إساياسن أبين أحمدن كا نصري إذا بقال سوى حزب تقراي حشمشم إلو كباتاتني اتزحلو زلو هيوت بحقي زحزنن زشاقلن زوجهن مخوانو نصركو أنتغوني حزب تقراي برقص نتقراي كابتي زنبرتو نلعلي كهانسان كالمعان مخوانو من انترتر يبولون حزب تقراي سعر خويل خوصيو تقراي داغن دنيقان حيران كتلعلن كتسنيا بزي أقاطعني كنلو ندلي نحنا كإيرتراويان نتي عبل حزبكم مريتكم استفتصمي ورارن زمتن قفعن نخننون أكريرنا نوقزون እቶም ለ30 ዓመታት ንህዝብና እንዳንበዑ እንዳበተኑ ደቆፋ እንዳጽነቱ ስልጣን ሰቀጣጸሩ ኢሳያስ ዝመርሖም ሸፋቱ ፋሺስታዊ ጠያቶም ገባቶ ሃርያቶም ለምን ተኾነ ኣብ ልዕሊ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ከስፋሕ ፍርዖን ክጽዕኑን ምፍታኖም ናይ መወዳእታ ግብኣተ መሬቶም ምቕራቡ ዘመላኽት ምልክት እዩ ህዝቢ ኤርትራን ህዝቢ ትግራይ ኢድሊ ተተሓሒዙ نحدم مجرشان أم مقابر كأتوم نحبار قالس مكياتكا لومي ساعاتون اوانوني كلتو هزبتاتنا حولنتاون قربنتاون حاليتون مدقكاون كتصاري كغوون كمتي ناي قدمو حدحدو ببناتو تخرابيرو ناي سلامن رهوان أبنة مساير أبقرن أفريقا زفتر حيلن ونواطوها نحبار قالسنا خندنفع إقباءنا حولتهم فقرون حزب إيرتران حزب تقراين نزل ألم كنبري صيغتهم مدناقرتهم بزقبرو تنكولن وفرانكا كتو أيسانا فلن أبلع المقابر هقدفا وسرعاتهم أبلع المقابر مشاركتو بالسقنانكا كسانت أحزابنا رهوا كرنا أفريقيا لمعاتهم باقمهن صاحة قراتنا كعنبب إيو فاشيشتاويان وررتن كعانون كسعارون قدنتي هزو تقراي تعواتاين سعراين كوينو كوتسين زياد هيركا نا هزابنا يبارخن يبصحن يغني هلاي
مجمريا النظام كلهم عبزي مسيحهم زلهم كميل لهم كميك أنيهم كابزي زلو ناي كوبيد ساقمات كلهم دحان يكونوا بعالم الفسطاعي لو معلتي أبدي تاريخي منازل لنا نخن سحق نخن علل ويوينكن حقوز زي كوني تي أب كبابينان أب هاجرنان في اللايكا أو وشتي حزب تقراي زورزلو زي فتحاوي بدلات عقب كنبل بحلنا ناخم دك سبات أبوتاتنا خم يسلو خلو انتهاي بلو بترحاك استقط نمبر اي تسبرن يبلو حقها كل جزء مستحق أن يعرفه فتحين من نتخلو زتوسع حزبي سعادو بعل مايك بلاتون دلو بعل دانكونيل تگارو يكونو إثيوبياويان هيكونو إرتراويان هيكونو فتحي خو قعصات قلو عقب سلو زبلو بدفدو نحنا ملا من تحوي أحواتي يجيك لزبلو سانة توسين له اتعوالا ناس مرا نهزبوس نيتو نقورا بابتمون كتسنت زنا قلين بدي حري سعريتو قولا زبل ملؤ سراويتو أو فيرو أبقال عسبيتي نسوم سراويتو ننتزواقو كوت أقاماين مرا سراويت يبرات عز الله قول عسبيتي جزا نقو حكو حكا زبر عمت بدفدو سب فتارون عقب زبلوي كبرات عوات نحنا سباتنا نحنا أحواتنا نحنا كم تقدم زولكو ملامن تحوينا صباح نقول حزبي نبر ما راح تقني حلفو كم تكبارون كا ملسي رقبو بمدرو سلازخونه لو ما انتي كتحلال فوز دل زلخو ملأتي كلت راديكال سالونا كاب تغارو يكون كاب إرتراويان حدراي نقدو سلم زم كلت راديكال اليوم تقراي كتفا لو زبلو إرترا كتفا لو زبلو أيو كلنا نيومي حزب تقراي كله لومبري حزب إرترا كله لومبري كله يقامة بمنتاي زهلو بتم حق أنيات هذا خي زلق عالسي ترجعيش يزهلو نسوم جن نسوم بلايات قبليو أمي كحالفي أمي سلازي نحنا خم حزبي عابزها هاجر زلنا ناس عدل زلنا عب عد فتحي ديمقراطي زلنا كما هيرنا نظام جبنياتات عطف كن بلوم عيني ملو سلم كمان بمقصال من ساعات بتتفلتو قنقوا كما هيركم زلكم تراخبوا إرتراويان مستقارو تزراربو مغنياتو نسخاتكم هو تكات ولدو قدف زي حبرة سبزي توالدي حادث ذابتي كالون نري لنا كم يخيرا سلاز كلنا عبيت زلنا ندقنا نايس الاتمرت زي كوني نايم تحقات تمرت مهارو بحاله خوينم كا نديكتاترات موقتو سلازي لومي أمدخ جمجم نعوتينا نخيد زلنا من الباتاب قال أي تجزية نقبر أخيبا ديكتاتورات تصعيرون فتحينا جيسو حزبي فحد زولنا عدته مريسو أمي زولة عنجيلو حميم زولو زحكم له بايتات فتيرو النوري أنه مدرك خلنا بعد مت تصفي اتزغي زول عمد أبرسيج كامبي هون أوشي دك تدراي زغورو زولو إرتراويان لغات ناي هجرف إذا مفصامم بزلا على درجة نقول نطلع هذا كونس إذا كل صوب زلوهم يمي سلازي أنا نتفرج عيبلني أبز زلو إرتراويان بفلا درجة فتحي زي فتحوا سنة سرح زلو بزلا على درجة موجودو خم زلو نصحاتكم من بوقنكم موجودو بو مسرات ركبنا ناقص على إني تتحاجنا نظام ديكتاتوراتن صعبتهم كون قلافهم كن تقلم حاضر عيبل يغني اللي يتسنكم سمعهمني ثانك يو
يغني لنا حاونا تسفاينا حاونا مايكل ودبينه ثانك يو ያው ከምዚ ዝበሎ ኣብ ብጣዕሚ ዞም ዕቡዳን ውልቀ መለኽቲ ኣብ ህዝብና ዝገብርዎ ዘለዉ ድምፅና ንምስማዕ ካብ ዝተረኸብና ዘለና ንውፅዕ ንኽፍልጦ ህዝቢ ማለት እዩ ህዝቢ ኤርትራ እውን ውፅዕ እዩ ዘሎ ህዝቢ ትግራይ እውን ከም ተባሃለ ክልቲኡ የሕዋት ህዝቢ እዩ ዞም መራሕቲ ህዝብታት እዮም ወልቀ መለኽቲ ንባዕሎም ስልጣን ክብሉ እዮም ዝኩሉ ግፍዕን ሰቆቃን ዘብዝሑ ዘለውና ካብዚ ምቕፃል ጭርሖ ክተቐርብ
Stop the war crime Ya'akil, stop Tigray genocide.
Stop Tigray genocide.
Stop Tigray genocide.
Stop Tigray genocide.
Abi lies and people die.
Abi lies and people die.
Stop killing civilians in Tigray.
Stop killing civilians in Tigray.
Allow self-administration.
Allow self-administration.
No more Tigray genocide.
No more Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Abi lies and people die.
Abi lies and people die.
No more mass starvation.
No more mass starvation.
Open up humanitarian aid.
Open up humanitarian aid.
Take away the Nobel Prize.
Take away the Nobel Prize.
Abi lies and people die.
Abi lies and people die.
Okay, thank you.
Alanado? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Louder! Who are you? What do you want? What do you want? When? When? Stop genocide on Tigray! Stop killing Tagaru! Stop killing Tagaru! Stop genocide on Tigray!
Stop genocide in Tigray.
Open human access on Tigray!
Open human access in Tigray.
Stop hunger on Tigray!
Stop hunger on Tigray.
Stop hunger on Tigray!
Stop hunger on Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray!
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Dictator Isaias out of Tigray!
Isaias out of Tigray.
Dictator Isaias out of Tigray!
Dictator Isaias out of Tigray.
Dictator Abiy out of Tigray!
Dictator Abiy out of Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray!
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop genocide on Tigray!
Stop genocide on Tigray.
Who are we?
Tagaru.
Who are we?
Tagaru.
What do you want?
Freedom.
What do you want?
Freedom.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
Thank you.
Stop the war. Stop the war. On Tigray. On Tigray. Stop the war. Stop the war. On Tigray. On Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Open access. Open access. On Tigray. On Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. On Tigray. On Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. On Tigray. On Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Open access. Open access. On Tigray. On Tigray. Isaias. Isaias. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. Eritrean troops. Eritrean troops. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. U.S. Biden. U.S. Biden. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. USA. USA. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. USA. USA. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. Eritrean troops out of Tigray. Ethiopia. Open access to Tigray. Open access to Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Open access to Tigray. Open access to Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the war. Eritrea. Eritrea. Stop your troops out of Tigray. Stop the troops out of Tigray. Eritrea. Eritrea. Take the troops. Make the troops out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. Eritrea. Eritrea. Take the troops. Stop the troops out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Open access. Open access. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. USA. USA. Stop the. Get the Eritrean troops. Get the Eritrean troops. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. USA. USA. Take the troops. Take the troops. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. USA. USA. Take the troops. Take the troops. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. USA. USA. Stand with Tigray. Stand with Tigray. USA. USA. Stand with Tigray. Stand with Tigray. USA. USA. Stand with Tigray. Stand with Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. On Tigray. On Tigray. USA. USA. Stand with Tigray. Stand with Tigray. USA. USA. Stand with Tigray. Stand with Tigray. Ethiopia. Ethiopia. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. USA. USA. Stop the war. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Eritrean troops. Eritrean troops. Out of Tigray. Out of Tigray. Eritrean troops. Eritrean USA! Stand with Tigray! Stand with Tigray! USA! USA! Genocide! USA! USA! Stand with Tigray! Stand with Tigray! USA! USA! Stop the war on Tigray! Stop the war on Tigray! Joe Biden, stand with Tigray! Joe Biden, stand with Tigray! President Biden, stand with Tigray! President Biden, stand with Tigray! USA stands with Tigray!
USA, stop!
USA stands with Tigray! USA stand with Tigray! USA stand with Tigray! USA stop the war on Tigray! USA stands with Tigray! USA stop the genocide! USA stand with Tigray! USA stop the war on Tigray! President Biden stands with Tigray! President Biden stop the genocide! On Tigray! USA stop the war! Stop the genocide! On Tigray! USA give access to Tigray! USA stop the genocide! On Tigray! USA stands with Tigray! USA stop the war! Stop the genocide! On Tigray! President Biden stands with Tigray! President Biden stands for Tigray! USA stands with Tigray! USA for Tigray! USA stands against the genocide! USA for Tigray! USA stop the war on Tigray! USA stop the genocide on Tigray! President Biden stands with Tigray! President Biden is against the war! President Biden is against the genocide! President Biden stands with Tigray! President Biden stands with Tigray! Ethiopia! Stop the war! Stop the genocide! On Tigray! Ethiopia! Open access! Aid! Open electricity! Open the phone! Give access to Tigray!
Ethiopia! Stand with Tigray! Ethiopia! Give access to Tigray! President Biden! USA! Stand with Tigray! President Biden! USA! Stop the war! On Tigray! Stop the genocide!
On Tigray! Ethiopia! Stop killing your people! Ethiopia! Give access to Tigray! President Biden! Stands with Tigray! President Biden is against Ethiopia! President Biden stands with Tigray! President Biden open access to Tigray!
Human aid for Tigray! Human aid for Tigray! Human aid for Tigray! Human aid for Tigray! Food for Tigray! Food for Tigray! Food for Tigray! Stop the war on Tigray!
Stop the war on Tigray!
Stop the war on Tigray!
Stop the war on Tigray!
Tagaru life matter!
Tagaru life matter!
Tagaru life matter!
Tagaru life matter!
President Biden, stand with Tigray!
Stop the war on Tigray!
USA stands with Tigray!
USA, stand with Tigray!
President Biden stands with Tigray!
President Biden, stand with Tigray!
Stop the war!
Stop the war!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide! Give access!
Open communication!
Open communication!
Turn on electricity!
Put on electricity!
Give access!
Give access!
To Tigray!
To Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
USA!
USA! Get access to Tigray. USA. Stop the genocide.
USA! Stand with Tigray! USA! Give access to Tigray! USA!
Stand against the genocide.
USA!
Stand against the war in Tigray. President Biden. President Biden.
Joe Biden started the genocide. Some genocide.
Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide.
USA. Open access to Tigray. USA. Down to Tigray. USA. Open access to Tigray. USA.
Open access to Tigray. USA.
Stop the war on Tigray.
USA.
Down to Tigray. Stop the genocide on Tigray. USA. Open access to Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray. Stop the Tigray genocide. Stop the Tigray genocide. Stop the war on Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray. Avi lies and people die. Avi lies and people die. Avi lies and people die.
Avi lies and people die.
Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Avi lies and people die.
Avi lies and people die.
Take away his noble prize.
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 I stand with Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
In America cheered for Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. They propped up his campaign. They awarded him the Nobel Peace Prize. They cheered his lot. We know what the previous U.S. administration did. They cheered Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. They propped up his campaign and they awarded him the Nobel Peace Prize. They cheered his law and order operation. They allowed reports of an Eritrean army crossing into Tigray to come in and said nothing. They did nothing. They saw reports of UAE drones, United Arab Emirates drones, being used in the Tigray genocide, and they continued selling F-35 jets to United Arab Emirates. They stood against humanity. They stood against the World Health Organization. As the humanitarian crisis was unfolding, as the world spoke up against the Tigray genocide, as the citizens of America protested for 3 long difficult months, the previous administration in the United States watched. They stood. They watched us cry as we plead for the voiceless in Tigray. They chose not to hear our voices. However, in 2021, we saw the light at the end of the tunnel. We knew the incoming administration would restore humanity, democracy, and relations in America. In America and around the world. After only 1 week in office, President Joe Biden and the U.S. administration, President Joe Biden put America back on the world map. He removed the Muslim ban and he reconnected America with the World Health Organization. For the people of Tigray, he stood with us. He stood for humanity. U.S. administration said that Eritrean forces should immediately leave Tigray. President Joe Biden has temporarily frozen for review of a massive package of drones, jets to the United Arab Emirates and weaponry sold to Saudi Arabia. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Linda Thomas Greenfield, she said, Ethiopian government is in the middle of a war against its own people. I repeat, the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas Greenfield, she said that the Ethiopian government is in the middle of a war against its own people. The Washington Post said Mr. Abiy's regime stands accused of sealing off the region of Tigray and blocking the delivery of food and other humanitarian aid. International aid officials are warning that millions of people could be at risk. Federal and regional officials were blocking the delivery by the United Nations, even while the government troops reportedly burned crops and they destroyed livestock. UN officials said about 80 workers are waiting in the Ethiopian capital in Addis Ababa for permission for access to Tigray. Until they can get in, we don't know how serious the food problems remain. Mike Wallace, a member of the European Parliament, said that Abiy Ahmed is committing war crimes on a daily basis in Ethiopia, and we are pretending that nothing is wrong. What's wrong with us? The United Nations reports on widespread sexual violence in Ethiopia's Tigray conflict. These are the games that Ethiopia is playing. The ambassador Hirat Zemene told members of the European Parliament on Tuesday that the law and order operation against the Tigray People Liberation Front in November was over. That in 3 weeks that the government has now have enough resources to fight and support these people that are in urgent need. When the U.S. urged that Eritrean troops must exit Tigray, the government gave the Eritrean soldiers Ethiopian uniforms so that they can hide amongst the Ethiopian soldiers. They used a blackout to quickly change into different uniforms. The immediate concerns of not only the Tigrayan community in San Diego, but the entire world, the United Nations, the European Union, the US, and the UK, is to deliver and self-manage the distribution of humanitarian aid to the reported 4.5 million Tagarus, Tigrayans who are at risk at starvation in Tigray. There are reports that the Ethiopian government is weaponizing food, that aid is denied in Tigray, and that the aid that has arrived in Tigray is being rerouted to other ports, to other regions in Tigray, in Ethiopia. Therefore, the aid must be delivered and managed by the United Nations peacekeeping troops. It cannot be managed by the Ethiopian government. The Ethiopian government is trying to push forward the genocide on Tigray. Therefore, the UN, America, has to manage the distribution of aid to save 4.5 million Tigrayans and the hundred thousands of Eritrean refugees that are at risk in Ethiopia, in the Tigray northern region of Ethiopia. The facts on the ground is that 4.5 million are in dire need of emergency food assistance. Communication, electricity, and the banks have been closed in Tigray for nearly 3 months. For 3 of those months, the previous U.S. administration has closed their ear on our protest. For the last 3 months, we've been protesting. We've been trying to prevent the humanitarian crisis from unfolding, but they didn't listen to us. Now the new administration has stepped in and within a week has blocked the sale of drones to the United Arab Emirates, and they have also requested they have demanded that Eritrean troops withdraw from Tigray. We have found new hope in the new U.S. administration. And Biden, we have new hope. Our voices are being heard. You don't have to be from the northern region of Ethiopia. You don't have to be like Tigray to stand against humanitarian crisis. We are all for humanity. We are all against raping. We are all against the silencing of voices. We are all standing for democracy. Here in America, we have democracy. We are trying to spread democracy and freedom everywhere. Our lives are just important as the lives that are in Tigray, the lives that are in Eritrea, the lives that are around the world. The USA is a leader in the world in spreading democracy and spreading freedom and contributing to helping the humanitarian crisis that is occurring around the world. You don't have to be Tigrayan, you don't have to be from the northern region of Ethiopia to stand against genocide. We've seen it happen in Rwanda. Since Rwanda, we've established international organizations to stand against these type of atrocities against humanity. The UN, peacekeeping troops, we have to deploy aid. If we need to airdrop aid, if we need to enter through the sovereign nation of Sudan, we need to immediately act to save 4.5 million lives that are at risk in Tigray. The facts on the ground are that 4.5 million are in dire need of emergency food assistance, as well as the 100,000s of Eritrean refugees that are located in Tigray. Communication, electricity, and banks have been closed for 3 months in Tigray. The Ethiopian regime claims that this is a law and order operation, but it's not. It's a cover-up for genocide. It's a cover-up to continue their dictatorial rule over Ethiopia, to mimic what's happening in Eritrea. Eritrea is a dictatorship, and now they're trying to turn Ethiopia into a dictatorship as well. Only 20% of hospitals remain functional today in Tigray. Only 20%. And 4.5 million are in need of dire assistance. That is the message that we're trying to send today. Not just as Tigrayans in San Diego, but as humans across the world. President Joe Biden is not from Tigray. He's not from Ethiopia. He's a human that is standing against atrocities against humans. That's all. You don't have to be a Democratic, you don't have to be Republican to stand against genocide. You just have to be human. That's the only qualification. The previous U.S. administration failed to realize that. The previous U.S. administration was arguing with Abiy Ahmed, Donald Trump, saying that he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. What is the Nobel Peace Prize? Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the former winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, instead of peace, he's weaponizing hunger. Instead of democracy, instead of reform, he's canceled elections. Is this the kind of reform that America stands for? We stand for democracy. We stand for freedom. Thank you everyone for showing up today. Appreciate it.
Stop the genocide on Tigray!
Stop the genocide on Tigray!
USA!
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 Stop the war on Tigray!
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 Allow the humanitarian access on Tigray!
Allow the humanitarian access on Tigray!
Allow the United Nations peacekeeper on Tigray!
Allow the United Nations peacekeepers on Tigray!
The people of Tigray has hunger right now.
People of Tigray are hungry right now.
Act now.
Act now.
They are dying now.
They are dying now.
They are dying now.
They are dying now.
Allow self-administration on Tigray.
Allow self-administration on Tigray.
Withdraw the Eritrean troops from Tigray. The Eritrean troops out of Tigray. USA.
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 Act now.
Act now.
Stop the genocide on Tigray.
Stop the genocide on Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access on Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access on Tigray.
Allow the humanitarian access on Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Dictator Abiy Ahmed.
Dictator Abiy Ahmed.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Eritrean Isaias Afwerki. Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop killing Tegaru.
Stop killing Tigray.
Stop killing Tegaru.
Stop killing Tigray.
Reconnect Tigray.
Reconnect
Reconnect
Tigray.
Tigray.
Reconnect Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
We deserve humanitarian access for Tegaru.
We deserve humanitarian access to Tigray.
We demand justice for Tegaru.
We demand justice for Tigray.
We demand peace for Tegaru.
We demand peace for Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Open the humanitarian access.
Open the humanitarian access.
USA.
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 Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Open the humanitarian access.
Open the humanitarian access.
People are dying.
People are dying.
The people of Tigray is dying.
People of Tigray are dying.
They are hungry right now.
They are hungry right now.
They are starving right now.
They are starving right now.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access.
Allow humanitarian access.
Allow humanitarian access.
Allow humanitarian access.
People are starving.
People are starving.
No food.
No food.
No drink.
No drinks.
No electricity.
No electricity.
No water.
No water.
No medicine.
No medicine.
USA.
USA.
Allow the humanitarian access on Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray.
USA.
USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Stop killing Tegaru.
Stop killing Tagaru.
Stop the war on Tigray.
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 USA.
USA.
Act now.
Act now.
Stop the genocide on Tigray.
Stop the genocide on Tigray.
Stop killing Tegaru.
Stop killing Tagaru.
Access humanitarian access on Tigray.
Access for humanitarian access to Tigray.
Access for humanitarian access for Tigray.
We need to stop killing, raping, profiling, and bombing Tigray people. Stop war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Ethiopian government has blocked communication and electricity, restricted humanitarian access for relief. War crimes all over Tigray. 4.5 million people need emergency for food. Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Mass starvation.
Mass starvation.
Daily bombing.
Daily bombing.
State-sanctioned violence.
State-sanctioned violence.
Refugee crisis.
Refugee crisis.
Human rights are not optional.
Human rights are not optional.
I'm sorry. You waited on Hitler.
You waited on Hitler.
You waited on Sudan.
You waited on Sudan.
You waited on Rwanda.
You waited on Rwanda.
Do not wait.
Do not.
Do not wait.
Do not wait.
On Ethiopia.
On Ethiopia.
Do not wait.
On Tigray.
Tigray people are dying.
Tigray people are dying.
Dictator Abiy Ahmed.
Dictator Abiy Ahmed.
Weaponizing hunger.
Weaponizing hunger.
Created man-made famine.
Created man-made famine.
Poisoning starving children.
Poisoning starving children.
With expired food aid.
With expired food aid.
Open up humanitarian aid.
Open up humanitarian aid.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop genocide on Tigray.
Stop genocide on Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Allow self-administration in Tigray.
Allow self-administration in Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray.
Immediate cessation of hostilities.
Immediate cessation of hostilities.
Reconnect Tigray.
Reconnect Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Abiy lies and people die.
Abiy lies and people die.
Take away his Nobel Prize.
Take away Nobel Prize.
Ethiopian dictator wages war and genocide.
Ethiopian dictator wages war and genocide. We want to thank the U.S. administration. We want to thank the President Biden for speaking up in only a matter of a week to make these changes, to stop the drone sale in the United Arab Emirates, to speak up against the dictator in Eritrea who has deployed troops into Tigray. We are forever grateful for President Biden to speak up and stand for Tigray and to stand with humanity. We urge that Abiy Ahmed, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, will not give up easily. There are reports of aid being blocked. There are reports that aid that has arrived in Tigray is being rerouted to other regions. Therefore, we urge the U.S. administration to self-manage the distribution of aid, to not stop at statements. The whole world has caught up. The whole world has spoken against the Ethiopian regime. But what we need now is action. We need troops. We need peacekeeping troops to enter Tigray. We need them to self-manage the distribution of aid. The dictators of Eritrea and Ethiopia will not easily allow humanitarian access to enter Tigray. For access to enter Tigray means the downfall. They know that it's the downfall of them. Therefore, we need peacekeeping troops to help access, to help the distribution of aid. Just after the U.S. administration urged the Eritrean troops to exit Tigray, the Ethiopian regime decided to cut off communications in Tigray. During the communications, they had allowed time for the Eritrean soldiers to change into Ethiopian uniforms. Therefore, they're undermining the U.S. administration. The Ethiopian regime thinks that they can undermine the European Union, the U.S. administration, so that they can continue their genocide on Tigray, so that they can continue receiving aid. It was just reported today that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed asked the Turkey regime if it can buy weapons on loan. Abiy Ahmed, instead of solving poverty, instead of solving hunger, he's asking Turkey for a loan so he can buy weapons. It's the act of dictators. Dictators do not act on the rights of people. They only try to further their own power, their own rule over the country. Just today, it was reported that he begged the Turkey regime for a loan to buy more weapons, not for food. The food that is waiting outside of Tigray, the food that is waiting in Addis Ababa, is being held back by the Ethiopian regime. Why? Why, you ask? It's to further the genocide. It's to weaponize food. The people of Tigray, of northern Ethiopia, are not new to this. The regime of Haile Selassie, the famine during Haile Selassie, during the Cold War, during the military Derg, during the Abiy regime, the same tactic. They are denying access for international organizations to come in with aid. He claimed that the war was over 2 months ago. If the war was over 2 months ago, why are people still fleeing to Sudan? Why do we have 60,000 refugees in Sudan? Why is the UN reporting that 4.5 million are at risk of starvation? Therefore, I urge the U.S. administration, I urge President Biden to not stop with just statements, to continue with action, to deploy peacekeeping troops, to self-manage the distribution of aid into Tigray. aid has reached Tigray. The aid that's waiting on the outside is being rerouted to other regions of Tigray. They are purposely starving the people of Tigray. We can't rely on the Ethiopian regime. There are reports of war crimes. There are reports of widespread raping of women. With this evidence, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia will not allow humanitarian access, will not allow independent investigations in Tigray, because that will be his downfall. He is working in conjunction with the dictator in Eritrea. Tigray is a region in northern Ethiopia that's being sandwiched by the bordering country of Eritrea and by the southern nation of Ethiopia. It is similar to the US waging war on California and using Nevada and Mexico to sandwich. If we need to understand it in these terms, if anyone's listening, Tigray is being sandwiched from the north and from the south. They're in the dark. It's a blackout in Tigray. There's no communications. There's no electricity. Whatever the Ethiopian regime is telling the world are lies. The whole world has caught up to these lies. The whole world has stood up against the Ethiopian regime. But now, we are not requesting your words. We are requesting action. We are requesting that you self-manage the distribution of aid into Tigray. We are requesting that you back up your statements with actions. Each day that goes on, Abiy Ahmed, the dictator of Ethiopia, Isaias Afwerki, the dictator of Eritrea, is advancing their goal of genocide on the Tigrayan people. To further empower their rule, the dictatorial rule over Ethiopia and Eritrea. But we as a country of citizens that stand for democracy and freedom are against this. We are against genocide. We stand on the side of humanity. We are not Tigrayans. We are not just Tigrayans. We are humans. We enjoy the freedoms of democracy, of a daily freedom for the pursuit of happiness. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I urge the US administration, President Biden, to act with action. Words is not going to save genocide. Words has never saved genocide. The only thing to save genocide and starvation of 4.5 million that are at risk in Tigray is action. Thank you very much. USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand against!
Stand against!
The genocide in Tigray!
The genocide in Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Bring access to Tigray!
Bring access to Tigray! America!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
America!
America!
Give access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
Abiy Ahmed!
Abiy Ahmed!
Lies!
Lies!
And people die!
And people die!
Abiy Ahmed!
Abiy Ahmed!
Does not deserve the Nobel Prize!
Does not deserve the Nobel Prize!
Abiy Ahmed lies!
Abiy Ahmed lies!
And people die!
And people die!
Take away!
Take away!
The Nobel Prize!
The Nobel Prize!
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed!
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed! Of Ethiopia!
He lies!
He lies!
And people die!
And people die!
Take away!
Take away!
The Nobel Prize!
The Nobel Prize!
Ethiopia!
Ethiopia!
Stop the war!
Stop the war!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
Ethiopia!
Ethiopia!
Stop the war!
Stop the war!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
Access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
Ethiopia!
Ethiopia!
Access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
Ethiopia!
Ethiopia!
Stop the war!
Stop the war!
Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide!
USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
Give access to Tigray!
You waited on Hitler.
You waited on Hitler.
You waited on Sudan.
You waited on Sudan.
You waited on Rwanda.
You waited on Rwanda.
Do not wait on Tigray.
Do not wait on Tigray.
Tigray people are dying.
Tigray people are dying.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stop the war.
Stop the war.
Stop the genocide.
Stop the genocide.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
And stop the war.
Stop the war.
Give access to Tigray.
Give access to Tigray.
Stop the war.
Stop the war.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stop the genocide.
Stop the genocide.
Stand with Tigray.
Stop with Tigray.
Stop the war.
Stop the war. Ethiopia.
Give access.
Give communication.
On Tigray. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Stop the war. Stop the genocide. Tigray. Will prevail.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand against genocide.
Stand against genocide. USA.
Give
access to Tigray.
Stand against the war.
Stand against the war.
Stand against the genocide.
Stand against the genocide. USA.
Stand against the war.
Stand against the war.
Stand against the genocide.
Stand against the genocide. USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Say no to genocide.
Say no to genocide.
USA.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
USA. Say no to genocide.
Say no to genocide.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Tigray will prevail.
Tigray will prevail.
USA stands with Tigray.
USA stands with Tigray.
USA stands with Tigray.
USA stands with Tigray. USA with Tigray.
With Tigray.
We are with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand against war.
We stand against the dictator.
Against genocide.
We stand against genocide.
Access to Tigray.
Give access to Tigray.
Stop the war.
Give access to Tigray.
Added if there's
Stop the genocide.
this Valentine's Day
Humanitarian access.
Give humanitarian access
To Tigray.
to Tigray.
Give humanitarian access.
Give humanitarian access.
To Tigray.
To Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
USA stands with Tigray.
USA stand with Tigray. President Biden.
Stands with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
President Biden.
President Biden,
Remove the Russian troops from Tigray.
remove American troops from Tigray.
President Biden.
President Biden,
Remove the Russian troops
remove American troops
from Tigray.
from Tigray.
USA.
USA,
Remove the Russian troops
remove American troops
from Tigray.
from Tigray.
USA.
USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to genocide.
Say no to genocide.
USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Say no to genocide.
Say no to genocide.
USA.
USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Give access to Tigray.
And give access to Tigray.
USA.
USA.
Stand with Tigray.
Stand with Tigray.
Say no to war.
Say no to war.
Say no to genocide.
Say no to genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide. All lives people die. Take it away with Nobel Prize.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray.
Stop the war on Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
I stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray.
We stand with Tigray. USA stand with Tigray.
USA stand with Tigray.
President Biden with Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray. Stop the war on Tigray.
Hey, stop, guys, come on.
I think the police is helping us. They're
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Take away his Nobel Prize.
Take away his Nobel Prize.
All the lives of people die.
Take away his Nobel Prize.
Take away the Nobel Prize. You waited on Hitler. You waited on Hitler. You waited on Sudan. You waited on Rwanda.
What's that?
Don't wait on Tigray. Don't wait on Tigray. Stop waiting Tigray.
war on Tigray! Open up aid for Tigray! Army lives and people die! Army lives and people die! Take away his noble prize! Take away his noble prize! I stand with Tigray! I stand with Tigray! We stand with Tigray! We stand with Tigray! Army lives and people die! Army lives and people die! Take away his noble prize! Take away his noble prize! Tegaru lives matter! Stop the war on Tigray! Stop the Tigray genocide! Army lives, people die! Take away the noble prize! Stop the war on Tigray! Stop the Tigray genocide! Stop the war on Tigray! Stop the Tigray genocide! I stand with Tigray! We stand with Tigray! I stand with Tigray! I stand with Tigray! Stop the war on Tigray! Stop the war on Tigray! Open up your eyes!
Allow humanitarian access!
Stop the starvation!
Stop the starvation!
Stop the hunger!
Stop the hunger!
People are dying!
People are dying!
We are starving!
We are starving!
Tegaru are starving! Stop the starvation on Tigray!
Stop starvation on Tigray!
Allow humanitarian access in Tigray! Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
USA!
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 Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
Stand with Tigray!
We stand with Tigray!
We stand with Tigray! Eritrean troops out of Tigray!
Eritrean troops out of Tigray! Eritrean troops out of Tigray!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop hitting our women!
Stop abusing our women!
Stop raping our sisters!
Stop raping our sisters!
Stop raping our children!
Stop raping our children!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop the genocide in Tigray!
Stop the genocide in Tigray!
Stop killing Tegaru! Eritrean troops out of Tigray!
Eritrean troops out!
USA!
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 Act now! Act now! Stop killing Tegaru! Stop the genocide in Tigray!
Stop the genocide in Tigray!
Who are we?
Tegaru!
Who are we? Who are we? What do you want? What do you want? When?
Now!
When?
Now!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop war on Tigray! USA! USA! Act now! Act now! Stop Tigray genocide! Stop war in Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop killing Tegaru!
Stop starvation on Tigray!
Stop starvation on Tigray!
Allow humanitarian access!
Allow humanitarian access!
Allow humanitarian access!
Allow humanitarian access!
Withdraw Eritrean troops from Tigray!
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 Stop genocide in Tigray!
Stop genocide in Tigray!
Stop genocide on Tigray!
Stop the genocide on Tigray!
USA!
USA!
Start with Tigray!
Stop Tigray!
Start with Tigray!
Stop Tigray!
ግረም ጽቡቅ ጌርና ሎሚ ጌና መላእኽትና እቲ ብእንግሊሽ محلفنا ناب في من قستي أمريكا مالت إنجليش أنت ملختي أنا زمسلني فليو ناب خبرة سبنا تقولنا تناقرتي تقولنا الزارب فلي زبالة ملختي كما حلف لنا حجي سلمتاي قتلتي قفعي زي بدل بسرو من عسيات بسرو كردان أيكالن بوليتيك زتوان نجر أيكونن بسرو كردان أيكالن نحنا قصو أب تمرتي أوينا نوعل قل قتلتي زي بسرو doesn't make any sense نعنا سلازي just حبرة سبنا وتقرنا تناقرتي فولي زبالة ملختي سكت كن محالف لنا انتم انجليش راح تسمعوا فليز ولا نيرو
قد حز قورنا كل تيو بروتيست نزي حز نايلو معن تمالي سمعنا يلوطي مخنيات كل له مالتي اتنوصو ነገር كل ነገር ይድመሩ ይዘሎ ማለት እና ተደማመረ ትኖጾ ዋላ ናና ንሽ ነገር ይምሰለና ግን ሰባት ይሩይናየ ዛሐዝ ጻሐፍና ያ ፕሮቴስት ፖስተር ዝሮ ይሰራት ከዶም ገዞም ከዶም ክሪዎ ክሙክሩዮ ስለዚህ ንሕና ምንም ዘይመስለና ይኸል ግን ትንሽ ተንገሮ ነገር ለውጥ ለው
doesn't matter what flag you're carrying right now you're standing here not for Tigray you're standing here because women are being raped because innocent people are being killed these are not soldiers that are being killed you have Eritrean refugees that are being denied of food. You have civilians that are being robbed of the hard work, the homes that they built, the businesses that they've built are being destroyed. You know, these are just people like me and you. Like, I don't see a soldier here. I don't see a politician here. We're just regular people, you know? So we came here to stand for those people, for the basic human rights that we are enjoying today. Now, you guys are amazing people by showing up today. Now, when you go back to your individual lives, you'll run into people that will tell you maybe there's no Tigray genocide, there's nothing going wrong with Africa or whatever, but Africa is a poor country, Africa is a poor continent. Can it really afford a war? We need food, we don't need war. We don't need to buy more weapons, we need to buy more food. So if you have people in your lives telling you that there's no war or trying to convince you of something else that's going on, they're not interested. They're not people like you with hearts. They're not. So don't waste your energy, don't waste your time. Keep your energy focused on the people that have good hearts that are willing to make a change in the world. Okay, so like, I mean, we're 3 months into this disaster. 3 months. It's been 90 days. There are people who don't have electricity access, communication access, any kind of access whatsoever. They're struggling day by day, hour by hour. Where is my next meal? You know, and so everybody here having family back home, we're directly affected, and we feel that pain, and that's why we're here today as well. But it's been 3 months. It's been 2 months. This previous administration, Trump, you know, it's not because he's a Republican. It's not because he's a right-wing politician. No, it's because his heart is not in the right place. He has no faith. How can you approve of rape? How can you approve of killing innocent civilians? When you know that these drones, these jets that are crashing down and killing innocent people, you have the evidence that Eritrean troops are crossing in, and to still continue the sale of these drones. You know that they're killing people, but you continue this. What did Biden do? Immediately he said, we're going to go back to the World Health Organization. We're going to join them again. We're going to stop the sale of these drones to dictators, because that's all they want to do. They want to keep power and they want to kill innocent people. So, you know, we're here today fighting for basic rights, for someone just to live, to have food. You know, the freedoms that we're enjoying. That's it, man. In Africa, I know it's a huge problem, but come on, man. Just when you go back to your lives, please just preach this to these people, man. You don't need to be Christian, Muslim, or anything, Democratic, Republican, it doesn't matter. It's basic, man. Don't kill. You know? So if someone's telling you there's no genocide, there's no war, there's plenty of food, I mean, don't waste your time with these people. Don't do that. Don't reply back to them on social media. Don't waste your time. Keep your energy, keep your voice focused on the people that can actually make a change. There are a lot of evil people. The reason why I have such good faith, Haimanot, you know what I mean? Faith in that, in like spiritual world, is because I see so many good people. The second reason why I have such good strength in faith is because I see so much evil in the world. That's my second confirmation. People say there's no God, there's no religion, but the first reason why I believe there is a God, there is a religion, is because I see so many people, so many good people willing to do things, willing to sacrifice. Then the second reason is why, because I see so many damn evil people. What is the goal of Abiy Ahmed to kill innocent people? What does he want? It's just pure evil. It's pure evil. So understand that what we're fighting for is a pure battle, good versus evil. And you guys are on the side of good. If you have people that are not willing to accept that, don't waste your time with them. I'm sorry, I don't know what their heart is, but God can only help them. At this point, we can't help them. We can't convert their hearts. We can't change their hearts. Only God can help them. So just, when you go back, please don't waste your energy. Just focus on your kids, the people with good hearts. Come out next time to protest, because when we have more numbers, then the media will attract attention, and they will start recording. So sorry,
Bring your children.
It's very basic right.
Bring the kids.
There's women and children suffering, man. Come on, man.
Tell them to bring
Oh
their
yeah,
children.
bring your kids. Our messages are in English. They're the ones who understand the language.
Bring your teenager.
Yeah, and teach them, help them understand what's going on. It's very basic understanding. If we can't understand the basic things in life, the basic rights that we're enjoying today, and we can't have those in Africa, we are basically, as Africans, what are we doing? We're begging the white people. We're begging the white people to solve our problems. How sad is that? We're killing each other. If you look at the bigger picture, it's really a black versus white thing. We should be on the side of our African brothers and sisters. Black or African, doesn't matter, against white people. You know, but we're here begging white people to solve our African problems. The European Union, the US, does more to save African lives than the African Union. The African Union, they came to Ethiopia, to Addis Ababa, and they said they were trying to stop Abiy Ahmed in his genocide. They left saying, oh, you're doing pretty good, yeah, just continue what you're doing. We have to rely on white, come on, man. Like, we're here, we're in America because Africa there's no opportunities. We have so many resources in Africa. But we're here because, dictators, people who are only, thinking about their own stomachs. Dictators, really. It's Isaias, Abiy Ahmed. Isaias, is he Eritrean? No, he doesn't care about Eritreans. Abiy Ahmed, is he Ethiopian? No, he doesn't care about Ethiopians. Is he Oromo? No, he's killing Oromos. Simple as that. Don't follow someone who does not care about the people. I mean, they're elected to represent the people, but that's not what they're doing. So, I mean, come on, the battle is very simple. It's a battle of good versus evil. It's a battle of African versus, I don't want to make this a race war, but come on, man, let's stick with each other, man. That's all I wanted to say today, but thanks.
That's good job.
Thank you, Mr. Abhauna. أو حزينة مودعتها أنا بهران مزمور زميرنا نخدينا كنا قدموا أبزنيهم كلهم كومبلين مقوارا يخوني بتعمنا أنا مسكن كل جزيهم شباب تقولوا كل أبزنيهم كلهم ناتو ساختي بزحنا من صار مالتي نا بدقامي إرتشاوان حواتنا بتعمنا أنا مسكن كل جزي قلنا سلسخون مالتي أو قلنا هزو تقراي أو قلني وتحزوي مالتينا ناي مودعتها ناي تقراي بهران مزمور زميرنا نودي ناز بجتنا يغني له كيف زولكم حاف بقولوا كيف موقف
We're
يغني لنا بروح معلتي